evening, good morning. I'm here. This is it's not a paid one. I'm going to do a free one because I want to do everybody a favor. And it's going to sound like an ad, but understand this is less of an ad, more of just, hey, this is how I use Trendspider. It's strategies, scanners, watch lists, everything I've shared, a summary and things for you to import. The key to Trendspider for me was I was 49 years old. I left my job January 31st, so February 1st, 2020. And the next week, let's just go to a monthly, the next, the next few weeks, the next month or so, you lost almost 40%. It's just this candle is 8% in March. Candles 6% there, and then we started back up. But I was heavy in Apple and in stuff that just shut down, so it was bad. So my friend, my trading partner Steve and I, we were trading during COVID, and we lost money, and we decided, hey, there's got to be a better way. We basically went through losing a good portion of our portfolio. And then we went into oil and we just said, hey, there's got to be a better way. So we tried TradingView. We went through several different ones. And we finally found Trendspider. We were not master technicians, and I would still call myself a novice technician. We had history with technicals, but nothing major. The software is super intuitive. Back then, it wasn't what it is today. It was significantly worse. It was so much harder. We basically looked at their technical strategies. We went to YouTube. We went different places. Many of those strategies that were on YouTube, we turned out to be absolutely useless because when we backtest them, they didn't work. So we did research on the indicators we liked. We found our favorites. Then we turned to our strategy. When should we exit a position? That was our first thing, is when during COVID did we want to exit? So this is what I tell people. Trendspider for me is a lot about exits, not just entries. Because we focused on the exit on the 4-hour algorithm. That was the key. And today it will backtest for you differently depending on how the market's treating. Are we in a bear market? Well, we just had the death cross. So the 4-hour algorithm makes you 45% because it gets you out along the way down. But what we didn't want to do was make sure that we missed any upside. So we get you in as close to the bottom as we can. It's not perfect. But the second goal was, okay, when do we enter? The first was, when do we get out? Let's make an unemotional plan that gives us a clue. Maybe you want to get out. And that's what the 4-hour algorithm was built for. When to get out. The enter position is secondary. So make up your mind what you want to do, blah, blah, blah. But again, the reason we wound up loving Trendspider was the constant ability for support. We were novices. We used that bottom right-hand corner where it says contact us down there. We used it liberally, and they were fantastic. TradingView ignored us. So we would ask them a ton of questions. After months and months of work, we developed that 4-hour algorithm. I now use it as my strategy for 5 years. I've significantly outperformed the market with above average portfolio returns. It's the main strategy I use in my portfolio. I don't use it just for entries. I also use it for exits and trims and things of that sort. It just gives me, I use it like I would an analyst recommendation, a news catalyst, an earnings report, anything. I don't rank any of those things higher than others, but I do know that 4-hour algorithm, it gives me a technical signal that has no emotion. And so that I feel I can make a very educated decision. So if you sign up for the annual plan for Trendspider, and again, this is a free newsletter, so it's going to have some ads in it. But Trendspider, it's now 40% off. You can get it. You can get a 14-day trial for $29. You can skip the trial and save even more. So you can get a quarterly trial for $126 a month, okay? Or a yearly for $91 a month. That also gets you 2 trainings per year per year. So you can do an entry training with a product expert directly with Trendspider twice in the first year. And they will help you. Trust me, they will help you. You also get, when you sign up through my link, 4-hour algorithm, 65-minute algorithm, 5-minute algorithm, all the watch lists that I provide, scanners. There are so many more that I provide that are not in this newsletter. Okay, so you can just click on the link there and sign up. Now, is Trendspider all right for you? Trendspider is an expensive tool. If your portfolio is large enough, the expense is minimal. That's what I was not one to pay for tools. I was one to use free tools. I'm still today one to use free tools. Okay, but as you start to grow your portfolio, as you start to protect it during downturns that we saw the other day, I think that the money is minimal. When Liberation Day started, I was able to see signs in my portfolio. I saved at least $1,000, if not more, with just Apple. When it got down to 240 and 220 and I was able to start trimming and I'm able to buy on the way back up, yep, you bet. You bet. Cutting my losers as well. Not only adding to my winners, but cutting my losers. At the core of it, it's a charting program, but it's got steroids all around it. Okay, so one strategy that I gave to you to import is the Liberation Day strategy. So let's go down here, and it's free. You can import it if you want. It's based on a weekly candle. Okay, it's got some really, really good things in it. It uses the MACD and it uses moving averages. Okay, I think I even told you I developed this strategy around Liberation. It's not perfect, but it looks at times when look at the times when it saved me. During COVID, it saved, I don't think I have these. Yeah, there we go. COVID saved 24% in COVID. Then during this one, I provide the actual chart here. And then during the 2022 rate hikes, it saved me a ton of money. And even Liberation Day, it saved me over 20%. So those are 3 times where it saved me 20% of my multi-million-dollar portfolio. You don't think that's worth $1,000 a year to me? Absolutely. So there's one. Another one that I had, volume weighted average. Everybody loves volume weighted average. Go and look it up. The strategy performance, okay, 193% strategy performance return. Buy and hold 173%. 89% winning trades. Import it for free. Okay, that's on QQQ. The Tesla daily strategy. Okay, my 4-hour algorithm blows this away. But if you want to try it for a few weeks, this is a Tesla daily strategy. 10% strategy performance. Okay, buy and hold, you lose 7.8%. Okay, again, strategies matter. Where can you get them? You can get them. We're going to copy this link address and I'm going to look at this. You can get them right here. Trendspider Trading Store. They've got tons of strategies here. You can import them. There are a ton of free strategies. There are even some, I think, that are paid, but there are a ton of them. Okay, learn them. My guidance on building strategies. This is a blank canvas. I have you learn your indicators, MACD, RSI, Bollinger. I have them in my education section. Okay. If you go to dailystockpick.substack.com, right down here in education and just click see all, you'll see them. You'll see them. I have all of them here. Everything that I use. Divergence. What is this? Cross up, PE, golden cross, death cross, confirmation, button hook. Bollinger Bands, RSI, when to sell stocks. It's all there. It's all there. So I would urge you that when you get one of these scanners, don't just run it and back test it. Okay. Get to Trendspider and scroll down or go to the link. You'll see the entry conditions and the exit conditions. Play with them. Back test them. So whatever, if you're in a trading view, I know D-Man has said, hey, I tried to set this stuff up in trading view and it doesn't work. It's just too hard. Yes. That's why I don't sell this stuff in trading view. That's why I don't charge people for the actual formulas, because I just don't think you can set it up. It's just too hard, and I'm not a programmer. But again, the strategy section is a blank canvas. You're the painter. The pre-made strategies are just paint by numbers. So then we get to the scanners, okay? Places I get new scanners. And new scanners, I create them. You can get them in the Trendspider store. You can get them on Trendspider's Twitter. Okay? The scanners that I think I used Trendspider more than Seeking Alpha for scanners. Remember, Seeking Alpha has scanners. Finviz has scanners. I'm a free member of Finviz, and I have tons of scanners in there that I've saved over the years. But understand the scanners, one of them that I like is the correction deniers. And the way I like to use the scanner, okay? The way I like to use the scanner is here. I pointed it out on the thing, is I go over here to the upper right and I hit scanner, okay? And I can just type in the correction deniers and it scans UNH, okay? And it says, okay, correction deniers, UNH is on its way up. Because I can go over here and I can go, we're just going to get to the 4 hour. Because what I like doing is just looking at the 4 hour algorithm. Okay, there it is. 474, it got me in. You're trading at 599. I'm sorry, post market during 601. 601, and it got you in at 474. Pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good, and you're trading at 601. It's a correction denier. If I want to see and change things, I can type in here and I can look at correction deniers right here, and I can scan it. And then in this portion right here, I can go in and I can do different, I mean, you can do thousands and thousands of locations. I point out, you can scan all of the ARK funds. Okay, let's scan all the ARK funds to see there's nothing there. You can scan, let's see, let's go to a sector. I mean, I do this all the time. Let's go to an index. Let's see if there's any correction deniers in the Dow. There is, UNH. Okay, let's see if there's any in the NASDAQ 100. Are there any? Yeah, Ross Stores. You can see. So if you change, you can see if you change that list, it will change up here. And what you can do with that list is I can say, okay, if I've got this correction deniers, and I can run the Ross Stores in my 4 hour algorithm. I can run fast and all in my 4 hour algorithm. That just had an entry. Does it work? 11% versus 51%. Maybe I want a different strategy because this one seems like it's in an upward trend. Maybe the 65-minute algorithm works a little bit better. 18% versus 22% over the last 8 months. Pretty good. I mean, it got you in at 75. Can't argue when you're up at 80 right now. You know, maybe the stock battle strategy that I provide to people works. It doesn't, but it got you in at 75 as well. But again, I like using that scanner in the upper right-hand corner. Once you have a list, if you want to change the list, you go back to Market Scanner and you update it there. So that was the point of this, the way I use the scanners. And then there's watch lists. Okay, Trendspider has the watch lists. And again, I barely use Trendspiders, all of the capabilities of Trendspider. This is just more about, hey, this is what I do. There's tons in here. There are government buys. You can see them right here. Marjorie Taylor Greene bought JP Morgan, Lululemon, Nike, Restoration Hardware, UPS, FedEx. This was all on Monday, April 7th. Okay? Gilbert Cessno's bought Tesla, Microsoft, Boeing. They all know something's going on. Something's going on. LRCX. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She bought Dell. You know why? Because over the weekend, Trump paused all the computer stuff. They knew it was going to happen. So, but the watch list I give you, if you go over here, I give you, let's see, the top 23, 24, 25 seeking alpha lists. I give you Bitcoin. I give you core investments. These are the core investments. I give you all the covered calls. I should rename that income ETFs. Energy names, leveraged ETF, low cost Vanguard, spider sectors, the daily stock pick watch list. I also have my personal stuff. And I talk about this. I have my personal brokerage portfolio and ETF holdings. Whatever I own is in there so I can scan it and I can watch it. I also have my own personal list of 5 stocks I will buy, no questions asked, if they dip 10%. And I did on Wednesday. There were several in there that I bought on Wednesday. No questions asked. They were down and they were going up. And I said, you know what? Shut up and buy. And then I have my own personal watch list. So I provide you with all of that when you sign up. Okay, the key point of this entire thing is just to be organized. We're in a mess of a market. As I sit here on Saturday morning, again, it's Saturday afternoon right now, about 2 o'clock. If you're sitting in cash, you'll want to know where to put that cash because on Monday, we're expecting a face-ripping rally, just like Wednesday's rally. And what was my message on Wednesday? Shut up and buy. You want to know where to spend that money quickly. If you've got alerts and triggers to manage your portfolio on the exits, that's even better because then you can make your decisions without staring at charts. The tools you choose are your own. They don't need to be my tools. Trendspider is just the main tool that I use. I would urge you, get a charting tool, a fundamental tool. I have Seeking Alpha, a plan, and a strategy. Okay? The type of market that we're in requires that. So that's everything. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll talk to you Monday.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.